Hey guys, so today I'm going to try and make the best Nirvana inspired track I can as quickly as possible. I've done a couple of Nirvana type beats before, here's a quick clip. So as you can hear from that, the ones I've already done are super aggressive, very kind of early Nirvana, Bleach, fuzzy kind of sound. And I do love that kind of era of Nirvana, so I may go with that sort of thing again, but we'll see. It's going to be rock, it's not going to be like poly or something in the way, but yeah, we'll see where it ends up. I have nothing planned, nothing written, nothing in my head, but what I do have is in here. We've got a few different sounds. We've got this guitar sound. As you can hear, that's kind of a standard fuzzy. So we've got this shit like Marshall amp. This is a free plugin that I kind of like. It's just like, sounds like a basic little Marshall combo, and I think it's meant to be like a 12-watt Marshall amp. So for grunge, that's perfect. So we've got just like this fuzz pedal in front of it and a Mesa cab on the other side. Same thing on the right. We have a clean sound that's nothing too special, just kind of basic. So we'll probably use that somewhere. We've got this, which I called Pat. Got to give Pat some love. Probably use this crunchy sound somewhere. Nice. It's a little bit Beatlesy almost. Oh, and that's using my favorite amp, 14 Neural. I love this thing because it's a metal amp, but you can get any kind of sound out of it. And we got some bass, too much going on here to like, this is just my Nirvana sound. It's like a fuzzy, again, kind of early Nirvana sound. And as you can see, Cerberus bass amp, that's the main thing going on. We've got dark glass to distort it. I've also got the Sans amp bass driver, so 2 distortions in front of it, which is why it sounds so evil. Then we have a kind of more chill bass sound, still rock, but not as crazy, which is this Mark bass one, which I love. And then I've just loaded up, get good drums. So that's kind of a bass that we have to work with, but I'll add a load of stuff to it, I'm sure, and I will tweak these sounds. I may end up going for like a more Nevermind sound. I might tighten this guitar sound up a bit, but for now I think I want to run with this fuzz sound. So yeah, let's see what we can get. I'm at 120 beats per minute. Feels kind of slow, but let's see what we can get at 120. There's no point wasting my time. Let's try 150. I want to go fast. I want to go heavy. I want to go faster. Let's go 160. I'm feeling like a punk rock Nirvana vibe. You might notice I'm playing like very random notes. I should probably talk about that. Probably the most special thing about Nirvana and Kurt, in my opinion, musically, has got to be the crazy, like, not music theory behind it, because I'm sure Kurt was one of those guys who just doesn't know theory, but like the composition. It's like, this is something I've talked about a lot in these videos, so I might sound kind of like a broken record at this point for you guys that have been watching for a while, but I really maintain that although it takes talent to write like a 12-minute face-melting progressive metal masterpiece with time signatures and shredding and all that stuff, it's like, yeah, that's difficult, but compared to writing a 3-minute banger that anyone can enjoy that sounds like nothing else, it's like to write a simple 4-chord 3-minute pop song and have it sound like nothing else out there and have it not sound stupid. How do you do that? That's 4 chords. Like, there's only so many things you can do, and Kurt is one of those rare guys. It's like, still, what are we, 30 years later? Nothing sounds anything like Nirvana. We're all still writing 4-chord pop songs that last 3 minutes, but we just can't. No one can do the same thing. He had this ability to, like, for example, let's just take a sort of minor chord progression. All right, so that kind of sounds like Nirvana, right? But it also kind of sounds like a Green Day song, or it could sound like any sort of 90s punk rock grunge kind of thing, and that's because that's just minor notes, so it kind of blends in with the rest of the music out there. It just sounds like punk rock. What makes Nirvana different is that he would take that minor 7th, for example, and make it a major 7th. That's not the best example because I'm not Kurt Cobain. I can't just write this stuff out of my arse like he does or did. But yeah, he was so good at finding the right, wrong notes, which is it's like the hardest thing to do, in my opinion, as a musician, because you want to find the wrong notes that will work, because you've only got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and that's what all musicians have. So if you can, and the sharps, so if you can find a new way of using them without it being like avant-garde jazz or progressive experimental rock, and it's just like a catchy pop song, but you somehow have hit on something new that we've never done in music before. Like, that's crazy, and that's why I think Kurt is so special. Using that example, it's like that now doesn't really sound like Green Day, it now just kind of sounds like Nirvana-ish. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. Don't just play the notes that I want to go to, but also don't just play random wrong notes, because it has to sound right. I'm going to put some drums down. I'll process these drums later probably, but I actually really like this kit straight out the box. Bum, 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 bum. We'll go with something really simple for now. So let's see what we can get. We're at 160 BPM now. See if we can write something cool. I kind of like that. That has the right kind of vibe where it's like, it's catchy, sounds good, it sounds right, but it sounds wrong. I guess it's like trying to find that limit of like, it sounds wrong, but you want to keep listening to it. Let's change it up on the second time round on the drums. Let's go for like, yeah, just change it to ride hits instead of hi-hats there. I kind of want to do a 4-chord song. There's a song called Opinion by Nirvana that's like a demo, and it's like one of my favorite songs of theirs, and it's just one of those simple 4-chord, like super catchy songs. And I'm kind of feeling that vibe, but I want to put a bit more like aggression and nastiness in there. So maybe if we go first time round, go with this. Oh yeah, another thing to note, anything like Nirvana style, you don't want to play it like this. You want to play it more like this. The messier the better. Oh, I just want to jump in, guys, and say, if you're enjoying this video and you've been enjoying these recent videos, hit that subscribe, like the video. It all really helps the channel out. Also, leave a comment. Tell me what you want to see me do next. You know, what band you want to see me emulate, or what kind of style you want to see on this channel. Let's keep going. Put that on the right. Alright, I think I know how I'm going to start this. Let's go for like, should we go clean? I think we just need to go kind of simple, traditional, early Nirvana. In fact, let's not do that. Let's kind of only tease the first half of the riff like this. That sounded very bad, but once it's done, hopefully it'll sound pretty cool. This is kind of a random idea, but let's try. Perfect. I hoped that would work. So we've just got the same track being processed in 2 different ways. This is gonna obviously need some like, let's space them out a little bit. Floor tom there. Super simple, but again, this is kind of what Nirvana would do. So we'll go from really quiet to like super, super loud. All right, these last 2. Bam, bam. You know what? I'm going to leave it as a floor tom and a cymbal. I don't care that drummers don't have 3 arms. It's not a real drummer. It's a laptop. Yep, sounds good. Time for some bass. So I'm thinking we'll use this evil, nasty sound. I made this sound a while ago, but I'm pretty sure I was modeling it on Breed. I'm actually going to ride one note. And let's leave it only on the 1 track so the bass hits kind of harder when it comes in. See, this is where Dave Grohl just start hearing Dave Grohl beats. Down. Yeah. let's see what we want to do in the verse. Quickly go back to guitar, see if we want to do something clean. You know, I don't want to go with the grunge stereotypes, but this is Nirvana, so we're going to go quiet verse, loud chorus, because it works. Put some closed hats, not there. And we'll keep the tempo up, so again, super simple, but I'll add some fills and stuff later on. For now, this sounds good enough to me. Yeah, let's actually go with that. In fact, let's do that as like a second half of the verse, because that kind of builds tension, so we can do that as we lead into the chorus. Yeah, let's try just the clean one. Let's try a separate track, like a new clean track, and let's put just a basic stock chorus on it. There's another tip for you. Chorus. This is like the cheat sheet of Nirvana tricks. Yeah, let's just go with that. Let's see how that goes into the crunch thing. Oh, I love that. It ties in like old and new Nirvana. Well, not new. Old and slightly less old Nirvana. Please work. Oh, alright, copy and paste that. I'll tidy it up later on. Bass again. Bum, bum. Ooh, that sounded cool. Alright, last little thing I'm just thinking now is like some Right, I'm going to leave that there for now. I'm going to finish this. This will become a chorus. This will be verse 2 again. I need to write a bridge for it, and I need to tighten everything up, but we're basically there now. So yeah, I'm going to finish it, mix it, bring you guys back in and show you what I've got. Hopefully it'll sound really cool. It's definitely a little bit exciting right now. So hopefully I'll have something cool to show you guys in a second. And I do, here we are. So it's the next day, guys. I finished it. It barely needed anything else doing, which is nice because usually I've got like a million tracks down here, and for once I don't. I just basically did some things like put the drums on a separate track in the verse so I could turn them down a bit and stuff like that, EQ them slightly differently. I added a sub bass track that's just handling the lows, just little kind of mixing techniques to get it all kind of popping as hard as possible. Layered some extra guitar sounds that are super quiet, just adding a bit more depth to the guitars, and I added a bridge and solo, which you'll hear in a second, and some like noisy, scratchy guitar stuff that you'll hear in there. This was really fun to make. It's been a while since I did anything in this sort of style, and it really just reminds me how much I love this kind of music and how much I appreciate Kurt. It really pushed me to think outside the box and be creative with the simple but interesting riffs I was trying to write, and it just honestly reminds me how much I love fuzz. I think it's the most underrated type of distortion. It's so aggressive and weird sounding, but yeah, overall I think this turned out awesome. As always, thank you so much for watching. Let me know below what else you want me to do on this channel. I want as many ideas as you guys have got for these videos. Hit the subscribe, leave a like. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's check it out.